Hi everyone and welcome to ThomasFan UK. This is my tribute personal video to the legendary Britt Allcroft. Now sadly she passed away at the end of 2024, aged 81 years old. So here is my personal tribute to the lady who brought us Thomas the Tank Engine to the TV screens and who will be remembered fondly by all her fans worldwide. Britt, before I start, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything. And I hope you rest in peace. Here we go. Hello everyone. I am George from ThomasFan UK. And it's took me a few weeks to actually do this because when someone passes away that you don't know, but you sort of feel a connection through their work, and that it's sort of, it gets upsetting, shall we say. So this is a tribute video to Britt Allcroft. I, as well as many fans around the world, woke up to the news that she passed away, which looks to be December the 25th, 2024. We don't know the cause of death. I'm imagining old age, and I hope that she didn't suffer too much. So let's talk about Britt Allcroft. Let's go back to the very beginning. So Britt Allcroft, born Hilary Mary Allcroft, was born on the 14th of December 1943. She was an English writer, producer, director, and voice actress. She was best known for adapting the Reverend Wilbur Awdry's The Railway series into what we know and love as Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. So she was born in Worthing in West Sussex. I used to live in Brighton, so I know Worthing quite well. Beautiful town on the west southern coast of Britain. So at the age of 16, she changed her first name to Britt as her career in British radio and television gained momentum. She went on to work for the BBC and ITV during the 1970s and 80s. And produced several shows. She also worked in theatre, staging shows at the London Palladium and Drury Lane theatres. But then in 1979, when she was doing a documentary, she met the Reverend Wilbur Awdry. And within them 4, 5, 6 years of getting the programme to air, I believe she remortgaged her house, took a punt, and created probably one of the best television series there has been on British television. And I'm talking about children's television, which is Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. So Thomas was first narrated by Ringo Starr, who was in the Beatles, and it was directed by David Mitton, with music by Junior Campbell and Mike O'Donnell. The success of the series was a runaway success, and in 1989 she and American producer Rick Sigelkow created Shining Time Station, which introduced 2 Thomas stories in each half-hour programme. Now, Shining Time Station in the USA won a number of awards and significantly increased the popularity of Thomas media franchise. And that lasted for around 5 or 6 years, including the specials. Now, obviously in 1997, Mr. Reverend Wilbur Audrey passed away. And in 2000, we got to see the Thomas film, Thomas and the Magic Railroad, which the character Lady was voiced by Britt Allcroft herself. Now, I don't want to delve too much into, why she left and things like that, but the film didn't do very well at the box office, and that sort of caused her to resign from the company. And eventually it was sold on, and eventually it was owned by Mattel. Long story short, if you want to go and read about it, Thomas Wiki, you'll find it all on there. In 2003, she expressed her disdain with the Thomas All Engines Go series, saying it lacked the magic of the original series. And her last appearance was at the An Unlikely Fandom event that was in November 2023, where she made a personal appearance. And this is one of the things that will always I kind of wanted to go, and I was in the US only a couple of weeks before, and you sort of think to yourself, well, obviously we didn't know she was going to appear there, and as soon as I seen it afterwards, I thought, should have done. And then when they passed away, you think, there's some people in life in your top 5 who you want to meet, and she was one of them. I mean, I have her autograph, which is nice, but I think meeting the person is, even nicer. So she died in Santa Monica in LA, USA, on the 25th of December 2024, 11 days after her 81st birthday. Now, her family asked filmmaker Brannon Carty to announce her passing on the 3rd of January 2025. Following her death, Mattel, who owns the rights to Thomas the Tank Engine, released a statement which says, Mattel is deeply saddened by the news of visionary producer and Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends show creator Britt Allcroft's passing. Britt's contribution to children's television and Thomas and Friends cannot be understated. Mattel is grateful for Britt's legacy and impact and send her sincerest condolences to Britt's family and friends. Now, not only did she produce Thomas, she also brought Mumphy to the to life, which I know she was very proud of through her Facebook posts. And just before she passed away, she was writing her own biography, which I really, really hope will get published maybe in the new year, or when the family have time to grieve, shall we say. Now, during Thomas and Friends, she co-wrote several episodes, including from Series 1, Thomas's Christmas Party. From Series 3, she did All at Sea, which was one of her favourite episodes. Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure. Rusty to the Rescue. And in Series 5, all 26 episodes were co-written with David Mitten, who passed away, I think, in 2008. So another sad loss to the Thomas fandom and creation. So, Britt Allcroft. I've been a Thomas fan for all my life. For a lot of it, I suppose back then, when you got to a certain age, I think if you were still into Thomas, you would be seen as, being, babyish and things like that. And it took me a long time to accept that, this is a programme that I love more than any other programme. I heavily got into Power Rangers, but it was always Thomas that, I lost my mum in 2005, and it was one of them things that got me through it. One thing I like about Thomas is you can sit down and watch it, and I call it my nice place, because when you're watching it, you forget everything that's going on in your life, whether you're depressed, whether you've got things going on. It takes you away, and it takes you to the island of Sodor, shall we say. So yeah, she has had a big impact in my life, and you kind of look I suppose when she passes away, you sort of realise how much joy this person has brought to your life, and the sacrifices that she had to make. Because we have to remember, although Thomas was a runaway success for her, several people tried to bring it to the television and failed. And she took a huge risk, and it paid off. And I'm so glad it did for her. So yeah, Thomas has been a big part of my life. It's only in the last 10 years that I sort of let people know that I still love the show. I still like it. When I buy some things in a charity shop, they'll say, "Oh, is this for your son?" Or, "Who are you buying this for, little person?" And I'll be like, "No, it's for me." And they're like, "Okay." And I collect it, So I think now, especially with unlikely fandom, with the adults appearing in it, you no longer feel like you're the only one. You feel like, it's like when I go to the Audrey Extravaganza or a Clearwater event, you see like-minded people who are the same age as me, some a bit younger, some a bit older. And the impact that Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends has had on them is amazing. And it's all because, you know, the Reverend W. Audrey wrote the series, but she brought it to the screen, and she created a world on the telly that so many millions of children are inspired by. And for that, we owe her a great deal of thanks. Now, 81 years, you know, it's a nice life. It's a nice long life. And I hope wherever you are, Britt, I hope you're at peace. Millions and millions of fans, including myself, are missing you right now. And what you have created and your impact on children's television worldwide will never ever be forgotten. So from me, Britt, thank you, and rest in power. Thank you very much for watching, and ThomasFan UK will be bringing more videos very, very soon. Thank you.